Hello, Sandra. I have to tell you this, but I think you're not suited for my son. I just cannot understand why Chris would choose you as his wife. What was he thinking? Are you still going on about that, Mother? You've been sending me this line message countless times the past week or so. Haven't you had enough? All I'm doing is protecting my son. What mother would look the other way when their son is suffering? I really can't understand why you feel that way, Mother. Chris was tricked into marrying you. You were only after his money. I saw it coming a mile away. That's where you're wrong. I married Chris because I wanted to build a happy family with him. Building a happy family for you means to live in an expensive high-rise condo and spend all his money. That's what happiness is for you. Since getting married, how much have you siphoned of him? How could you say that? Siphoned off? Please. You do realize that I work too and make a reasonable amount myself. We share all household costs for your information. The way I see it, your constant disapproval only disrespects your son. He's my son. Don't act like you know my son more than me. It's not only me. Chris also has grievances about you. One, your cooking is horrendous and you never clean. What's more, your personality is dull as ditch water. Did he really say that? Of course he did. Do you think I'm making it up? He said he wants a divorce. He really wants a divorce, huh? Yes, so give it to him already. He'll be way happier if you did. Divorce is not that easy, Mother. You can't just say, okay, sure thing, and be done with it. It's more complicated than that. Still being pig-headed about it, huh? You really have the nerve, Sandra. Maybe I better start looking for a suitable wife for Chris to replace you. I don't have time for this, Mother. I need to get back to work. Goodbye. Sandra, are you there? About this coming 4th of July weekend. We're going to see the fireworks with the whole family, and you're not welcome. Just so you know. A fireworks show? Yes, all the relatives are going to be there, so I figured it would be a great opportunity for everyone to get together. They have these stands ready at the park, so I made reservations for one of them for the entire family. We'll have front row seats. They even have a drink bar set up. But I'm sorry, there's no seat available for you. Of course, Chris is more than welcome. If you want to see fireworks, I suggest you watch it on TV or buy some sparklers and set them off on the veranda or something. I see. Alright, no problem. As you suggest, I'll stay home that evening and enjoy myself alone. That would be the best. Yes, Mother, and thanks. I really hate crowds. I would much rather stay and relax. Accepting defeat pretty easily, Sandra. What's up? That fireworks display, we get a front row seat from our veranda on the 12th floor. The view is actually spectacular from here. I'll just sip some wine, relax, and take in the show. No crowds to contend with. Thanks, Mother. That's nice.
Hey, Sandra, just finished work. I'm just getting into my car. Should be home in like 30 minutes.
Oh, hey, Chris. Pretty late over time?
Yeah, end of the week and all. Hey, did you have a little spat with my mum yesterday?
Excuse me? A little spat?
I just received a call from her. She left a call message. She's talking about the upcoming fireworks display on July 4th, but she's going on about something or other. Mentioned your name a couple of times, but I couldn't make head nor tail about what she was saying. What I got from it was that she called and starting a senseless attack on you, but that you retaliated. What's up? Did something happen?
Oh, that. I wouldn't actually call it retaliating. She just texted me to say that they leased special reserved seats to watch the big fireworks display over the 4th of July weekend, but she made it point that I was not invited.
First she harasses you, now treats you like an outcast. When is this ever going to stop?
But you know me, I hate large crowds, so I was actually relieved not to be invited. So I just told her that I was happy I wasn't going, that I was actually thankful. I even thanked her for not inviting me. That was it about. I bet you anything that after a while her anger grew because of my indifference. Guess she figured out I would be more upset.
I'm starting to get the picture. I got to say, Sandra, you've gotten really good at taming the tiger.
Yeah, well, we only converse online or by phone, so it's not face to face. I work all day, which allows me to avoid your mother. I don't know how things would have turned out if I was just a stay-at-home housewife. I hate to even imagine such a scenario. And when do we meet? It's always with you, so she holds back on any criticism she has.
I'm really sorry that I have to put you through this, Sandra. I keep warning her to back off, but she just ignores me. On the other hand, when I warn her, the backlash against you worsens. A real catch-22 situation.
Don't worry about me, Chris. I can handle it.
Thanks, but we really need to do something about it sooner than later. About that July 4th meet, I'll attend and say hello to everyone. I won't be too late. I don't want to think about the repercussions if I didn't show up.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright, I better get back onto the freeway. Should be there before 8 PM.
Alright, drive carefully. It seems you kept your promise and stayed home. Good evening, Mother. 2 more hours before the fireworks start. Looks like a never evening for fireworks. You kept a super stiff upper lip the other day when you heard you weren't invited. But now that Chris is here enjoying himself and you all alone, I hope you don't feel stunned. I'm sorry to have to cut you off soon, but I'm going to have an online drinking party soon. I better get ready. Pardon me? An online what? Online drinking party. I have to log in now, so we'll talk again. Enjoy the fireworks. Log what? I really can't understand you, Sandra. Always talking gibberish.
Hey Sandra, you there? I'm heading home right this second.
Chris, what's up? How about the fireworks show? Hasn't even started?
Forget the damn fireworks.
Chris, you kinda sound upset. What's up?
Sorry, I'm not upset with you, it's Mum. I just found out the real reason why she didn't invite you tonight.
Sorry, was there even a reason? I just thought she simply didn't want me there.
Before I arrived, Mother apparently told everyone that you and I were already divorced.
Wait, what? Already divorced?
She introduced this girl saying she was my soon-to-be wife. And guess who that woman was? It was Lily.
You've gotta be kidding me. Are you talking about that very same Lily? The one that your mom was scheming to match up with your older brother Kyle?
That's right. When she stood up in front of everyone, all cheerful, and announced that she was my new wife, I went completely pale and then red hot.
You're joking, right? This has to be a joke. This Lily, she was Kyle's old flame, right? I heard he broke up with her after she was caught cheating on him. Why her? What was she thinking?
You know, Mother. She thinks Lily is pretty and that's why she likes her. Simply for that reason. She really pushed it with Kyle, but that didn't turn out as she planned for obvious reasons. She just couldn't let it go. So she figured she'd force her on me.
Has she gone totally mental? Just because she has no affection for me doesn't mean she can't treat you like that.
That's exactly right. I was furious. I told her off in front of everyone. I think I might have ruined the whole evening for everyone. Actually, I was so upset I couldn't stop myself. I blurted out everything. The way she treated you and forcing you to stay home today. About how she forced Lily onto Kyle. Even about her cheating on him.
How did the other relatives react to all that?
Apparently Mum told them that Kyle was the one who cheated on Lily. And took off with some other woman.
Seriously? That's awful.
That little tidbit of information caused quite a commotion among all the relatives. They're currently having a family meeting right about now.
I guess the fireworks display's on back burner for now, it seems.
Oh yeah, my Uncle Frank took me aside and told me maybe I should check and make sure there were no false divorce filings in the past few days. I'm going to stop off at City Hall on the way home and submit a claim just in case.
Chris, open the door. Please, let me in. I'm right outside your apartment complex. I know you're home. It's still the 4th of July weekend. I know you're still off from work. Please let me in.
Mom, would you just stop? The buzzing is driving me bonkers. I'm trying to work.
Work? What do you mean work?
I told you not to contact me anymore. We're done as a family. I told you that the other day.
But please, Chris!
Will you stop with your blabbering, Mum? I introduced you to that factory. I thought you were already over there, for God's sake. I'm busy. Gotta go.
Sandra, I know you're there. Let me in right this minute. Mother, what do you want? It's all your adult. Lily hates me now. I put in an application for divorce and marriage to Lily, but that was apparently rejected as a fraud claim. So I must concede defeat regarding this whole marriage to Chris. Therefore, I have taken it upon myself to discipline you, to teach you the ropes on how to be the perfect wife. Chris deserves the best. We have a few days left of the holidays, so let's get started. There's no time to lose. I don't think so, Mother. We're both at the office now. Excuse me, at the office? Yes, the July 4th weekend is actually not that long, and besides, both Chris and I work in a business that requires 24-hour operation. Even on holidays, we all work in shifts. Then get someone else to take your shift and come back home right this second. This is not a request. This is a command from your mother-in-law. Mother, is it true that you got kicked out of your own home? Pardon me? That home is owned by your husband's younger brother, if I got my facts correct, isn't that so? I heard you were just living there for free after your husband passed away, but that incident the other day was the last straw and you were kicked out of that house. Chris introduced me to a company called Ace Industries. I believe he arranged for a live-in position as an office receptionist. You were supposed to start today according to Chris, so why are you at our place? Well, seems obvious, right? You guys have this spacious condo, plenty of room here. Chris has enough income to take care of me, so why would I even accept such a position? That reminds me, you quit your part-time job after your husband passed and just lived off his inheritance? I heard that nest egg is about to dry up. Why do you even know about that? I was briefed on all the details about the family meeting you had the other day. After you introduced Lily as Chris's new wife, nice try, by the way. Are you serious? You were briefed? Also, I may as well tell you now, about that tower condo you're so fond of. I bought that place when I was still single. I owned that place. Wait, you owned that condo? Yes, I was not only working at that time, but also inherited a bunch of real estate assets when my father passed away, so... Does that mean you make more than Chris? Yeah, I guess that you can say that. As for who you can or cannot live in that condo, I own the place and I have every right to make such decisions. This must be a mistake. And why would I want to live with someone that has been harassing me, treating me like dirt these past few years? Sorry, but I'm not really into masochism. But where am I gonna live then? That's why Chris introduced you to that position at Ace Industries. I would take it if I were you. A car just pulled up in front of your condo. That black van isn't for me, is it? Did Chris call them? Oh, did it arrive? That was pretty quick. There was talk of you trying to escape, and so there was an APB put on you. Chris called them. I suppose you don't have time to check your line messages. At least for now. After that conversation, the staff of Ace Industry picked her up and took her straight to the factory dormitory. I heard that the following day at the same dormitory, Lily showed up. Not sure about the details, but I heard she hooked up with some lowlife and somehow accumulated a huge debt with the guy, who later skipped town, leaving her with all that debt. When I first heard that they were together in the same dormitory, I was a little concerned, but they apparently got along great and worked as a sort of a team, working surprisingly efficiently together. After a year, they even started to enjoy their newfound passion for work. They even vowed to work until retirement as a team. Chris told me that the president of Ace Industries had planned it that way and was positive that it would work out in such a manner. I guess he knows people. I probably won't meet Chris's mom again, but I'm happy that she found a purpose in life.
Maya, I've got a business update for you. This time it's about your biggest client. They've terminated their contract with you. What? What are you talking about? What do you mean, what do I mean? This is all because of your incompetence. That was our company's biggest account. Do you plan on taking responsibility for this? I'm really sorry, Miss Howard. I've been handling that account myself this whole time. They've never once told me there was a problem or mentioned any sort of issue before. They've done nothing but say how happy they are that things are going well with us. So, why would they up and terminate our contract like that? About that, I'm going to be nice and not tell you the reason they did it. What? If you don't tell me why, I won't know what I did wrong. And if they wanted to terminate their contract with us, why did they contact you instead of me? I'm the one who's been dealing with them this whole time. That's not the point. You're overthinking it. They don't trust you. That's why they called me. Huh? I don't know what else you want me to tell you. They're a big client. If you don't pay attention to the little details with an account like that, what do you think is going to happen? Look, I didn't want to tell you, but maybe it's best if you know. It's because you've got that strange sickness. Strange sickness? What was it? Bowel cancer? No, it's called ulcerative colitis. Yeah, that. You should have been taking better care of yourself. My medical problem has nothing to do with me not taking good care of myself. It's hereditary. It runs in my family. And anyway, don't you think we're getting off topic here? What does my sickness have to do with me losing that client? Because you're defective and therefore they don't trust our company. What? You're not reliable. Your condition could flare up at any minute and you could miss an important meeting or something. They think it's too risky for them to do business with you. If that's really how they feel, then why don't they just sign with someone else in my department? Why would they quit working with our company altogether? I don't know, but there's nothing we can do about it now. They've already said they're terminating their contract with us. There's no point in trying to change their mind now. This is all your fault, don't you think? If my sickness is really the cause of all of this, I'm terribly sorry. I guess I shouldn't have mentioned anything about my personal life to them. Hey, this isn't an issue that can be solved with a simple apology. You need to understand how this is going to impact the company as a whole. And you're going to have to take responsibility for this. Okay. It's not okay. What are you going to do about it? I'll recover from this. I'll make it up to the company. I'll work even harder than before, and I'll get us some great accounts. That's not what I mean. I want you to understand what kind of burden this sickness of yours is putting on our company. I need you to keep your mouth shut about this, too, and be very careful about what you do from now on. Otherwise, you're going to be demoted all the way down to break room cleaning staff. If you don't want that to happen, your only other option will be trying to sleep with this boss. You're completely useless. Oh, so now you're not even reading my messages? You're just going to ignore me, huh? You screw up at work, and now you're going to start ignoring your manager? If you think that's the way to get ahead in this company, you really are stupid, aren't you? How about you just make it easy for us all and quit? Good morning, Miss Howard. I'm at work right now, so I can't answer the phone. Do you need something? Shouldn't you already be at work right now? What's going on? Hey! Quit screwing around with me. Why did you get the owner of this company involved in this? Whatever could you mean? Don't play dumb with me. On my way into the office today, the owner was standing outside waiting for me. He told me never to step foot in his building again. He was pissed. Oh, yeah. The owner is known for his passion regarding his company, isn't he? That's probably how he managed to build it up to the level it's at today. I don't care about that! I want to know what you did that led to this. What did you do? I didn't do anything. I just went to that client's office first thing in the morning to apologize. Huh? If I was really the reason they didn't want to work with us anymore, it would only make sense that I go there, apologize, and try to get them to rethink their decision and maybe go with another member from our office to handle their account. That account didn't just mean a lot to me. It meant a lot to the growth of our entire company. Huh? You went and spoke to the client directly? Yeah. I almost got down on my knees and begged the receptionist to let me meet with the client. But luckily, before it went that far, the person in charge came out to meet with me. He explained the entire situation to me. Ms. Howard, he told me you were trying to steal the account away from me. Mr. Dumont said you waited outside their office building for him, and you basically forced him to have dinner with you. He said you did nothing but badmouth me the entire time, and talk about how much better you were at your job than I was. Aren't you embarrassed to stoop that low? Even worse than that, he said that after dinner, you tried to get him to go to a hotel with you. I don't know if he had had enough of you already, or if the thought of doing that with you disgusted him. But he said he never went with you to the hotel. He said he just wanted you to leave him alone. So he started telling you that he'd terminate the contract he had with me and sign with you later instead. But he told me that he never planned on actually doing it. And even after you told me he had, he really hadn't. He wanted to pin the whole loss of the account on me, and then swoop in and save the day by getting them to sign with you a few days later. To say you're horrible would be an understatement. I told your boss everything you had done, and the client confirmed it when he called to verify my story. But it sounds like that news has made its way all the way up to the owner already, huh? You little... You went too far this time. I won't let you get away with this. I'll make you regret what you did to me. You'd better get ready. Oh, do whatever you want. Just don't cause any more trouble for our company, okay? You should be happy the only thing they did to you was fire you. Maya, it's been a while. Are you free to talk right now? I have some news for you. What is it? I just wanted to tell you. I got married. Oh, is that it? Congrats. I've never been happier in my life. I caused so much trouble for you before, so I just thought you'd want to know. And I really wanted to apologize to you too. Oh. If you're talking about that account, don't worry about it. No, not that. That's not what I wanted to apologize about. I wanted to apologize for stealing your fiancé. My fiancé? What do you mean, my fiancé? Who are you talking about? I don't have a fiancé. I mean, I'm already married. I have a husband. Huh? What? Huh? No, no, no. Is this some kind of joke? No, I'm not joking about anything. I'm married. I have a husband. That means I don't have a fiancé. Oh! So what you're saying is your fiancé already called you and told you he's not gonna marry you, right? That's why you're just saying you're married, right? Because if you admit that he dumped you, you'll just break down and start crying, huh? I think you're mistaking me with someone else. I'm not mistaking anything. The other day, when I got fired from work, I was sitting outside the office on a bench crying, and this handsome guy came up and started talking to me. He asked me what was wrong. And why do you think that guy is my fiancé? Because he told me he was. He said he came to drop off something his fiancé had forgotten, but he couldn't just ignore such a beautiful woman crying outside alone. So he took me to a coffee shop and we started talking. That's how I found out he was your fiancé. He said I was so beautiful and that he had never felt this way about another woman before. After that, things started moving so fast. We spent the entire day together, and then we even spent the night together. That's when we started talking about getting married. Sounds like a scam to me. Huh? A marriage scam. What? No way. What are you talking about? He's not trying to get a green card or anything. He's American. Miss Howard, I think you were so caught up in trying to get revenge on me that it clouded your judgment. It's a marriage scam. I don't mean he's trying to get citizenship. I mean he's trying to steal money from you. He probably told you he needed money to get the wedding ready really quickly, right? And that he'd pay you back everything later, right? Well, yeah, but weddings cost money. That's not a lie. And he said he didn't want to elope, so we're having a small ceremony. Even a small wedding would cost a decent amount of money. He'd have to rent a hall and a tux and lots of things, right? I don't think you're ever gonna see that money again. My friend told me about this kind of scam. Handsome men target desperate women, either through dating apps or chats. In this case, crying women on the street. These guys can make thousands of dollars in just one day if they find a woman desperate and gullible enough. And it sounds like this guy did. No. You're just upset that I stole your fiancé and you're trying to scare me. Just admit it. I won and you lost. I told you I'm married. My husband is with me right now. How could you not know I'm married? We worked in the same department for a while. Do you want me to send you a picture of my husband? Or do you want to talk to him? Like I said, he's right here. Quit screwing around with me. None of this is possible. How could you have a husband with your medical condition? Who would marry you? Well, for starters, I've known my husband since high school. We were friends long before I was diagnosed with this. In fact, he proposed to me after we found out I was sick. He said he didn't care if I was sick. He just wanted to be with me. So we got married. And what does my sickness have to do with not being able to get married? And if you didn't think anyone would marry me because of my sickness, why did you believe that guy who scammed you was my fiancé? A fiancé is a person who's going to marry you, isn't it? Wait, you're right. That's... Huh? So, that guy wasn't really your fiancé? That's what I've been telling you from the start. Oh my god! I just called him. I can't get through to him. What should I do? That's too bad, huh? Why are you acting like this isn't a big deal? This is your fault. I'm holding you responsible for this. Huh? You tried to steal that account from me at work, and you failed. Then you tried to steal a fake fiancé from me, and that backfired on you too. Explain to me how I'm responsible for any of this? Don't get smart with me! Give me my $5,000 back! You gave him that much? I'm not giving you a cent. You keep talking about responsibility. How about you take responsibility for your own actions for a change? Okay, I get it. I'll apologize. I apologize for everything I've done to you so far. So please, just give me my money back. Okay? I got fired from my job, and that guy took everything I had saved up. I've got nothing. Well, you could always try moving back in with your parents. Then maybe try looking for another job. Whatever you decide to do, I don't feel that I have any reason to help you. Don't say something like that! Maya, please! It's okay. I think I know of one thing you can do. From what I hear about you, you're probably really good at it too. You can try sleeping with the boss. After that, for a short while, Miss Howard would wait outside the office building for me to show up. And when I did, she would just yell at me and say terrible things. But as soon as the owner heard about what she was doing, he knew something like this would look bad for his business. So, he called the police and threatened to charge her with everything from trespassing to disturbing the peace. When the police came, she still refused to leave, thinking she had every right to be there. Then, when they placed the cuffs on her, she knew she had screwed up yet again. She immediately stopped talking and just started crying her eyes out. After that, she became remarkably cooperative with the police. I think even now, she's still waiting for the perfect time to get her revenge on me. I even heard that she tried applying for a job at our rival company's office. It doesn't look like she's learned anything from any of this. It won't matter for much longer anyway. Last month, I found out I was pregnant. After talking to my husband about it for a while, I think I'm going to be resigning soon, so I can stay home and raise my child. So I really don't care if Miss Howard gets that job with our rival company or not. I've got a good feeling that our paths will never cross again.